Today we're diving into the Fortnite Chapter 7 storyline, and we're going to go through all the confusing pieces that were finally connected, because when you look at everything in the correct order, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Everything we thought we understood about Fortnite was completely wrong, and Chapter 7 doesn't just change the story, it rewrites it. So let's go back to the final event of Chapter 6 and slowly work our way towards the biggest plot twist Epic Games has ever revealed to us. Chapter 7 begins immediately after the defeat of the Dark Presence. In the final moments of the last event, every force we could assemble joined the battle, from old allies to unlikely newcomers, and to me, this scene was so incredible. This was something straight out of Marvel's book.
Assemble.
And was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in Fortnite. But the moment that shocked everyone was the Red Cube's intervention. Instead of supporting the last reality like its origins suggested, the Red Cube unexpectedly turned on the Dark Presence by shocking it with its lightning. And to deliver the final blow, the Seven's team mecha leader came down and kicked the Red Cube right into its chest. And for a brief moment, I myself thought that the Red Cube might have been on our side. Maybe it gained free will or even aligned itself with the forces of good. But as we'll learn later, that assumption crumbles so fast. So with the Chapter 6 island restored, the focus becomes clear. Find and secure the 0-point shard before the last reality reaches it. Whoever controls the shard controls the future of the island. But the crazy thing is that after the Chapter 6 finale event, 0 Hour, we get the biggest plot twist I have ever seen in Fortnite history. The fact that everything that we've been through for the last 6 chapters has all been a game to the last reality. They've been watching us, they've been analyzing us, and they've been planning their next move. And to find out that this was just phase 1 and now we're entering phase 2 is just crazy to me. And at the very end of the trailer, we get a glimpse of the Seven, showing that their status was unknown. And that's just the problem. The Seven, the only group that has ever stopped the last reality, are completely missing. There's no communications, no beacons, no emergency signals. For all we know, they could be scattered across many multiverses, but as of now, they're gone. A few days before the season went live, Fortnite posted a cryptic teaser image, and at the time, almost nobody understood it, but it showed 7 names. One was marked out, one was circled, and at the very bottom of the list, someone had begun writing the Foundation, but the text cut off mid-stroke. The moment the Chapter 7 trailer begins, everything starts to click. If we go back and look at that list, the name that's circled on the list is the bus driver, and if we look at the trailer, it instantly got shot down by a cradle. Now, this isn't just a teaser, but I believe what we are seeing in this image is it's a hit list. Someone is eliminating people on the island one by one. I mean, the Imagined, the name that's already crossed out, is confirmed dead, and the Foundation is clearly the next target. So whoever is orchestrating this list is not only hunting the Seven, but they're doing it faster than we can even react. So now our mission splits into 2 objectives. Now not only do we have to secure the 0-point shard before the last reality reaches it, but we also have to track down the Seven before whoever made this list eliminates them all. And to me, this just shows that the stakes have never been higher before. But despite the chaos, one familiar face does make it to the island, that being the Order. She survived her escape from the Chrome back in Chapter 3 and finally followed the distress signal Jones sent out during the events of Chapter 6. But when she arrives, she brings crucial intel. Multiple factions across the multiverse are racing towards the shard, and the last reality is absolutely among them. But the most important thing that she reveals to us is that the last reality is no longer operating in the shadows. They are moving openly, aggressively, and with a level of coordination we have never seen before. Now, as I mentioned before, in the Chapter 7 trailer, we get to see a cube cradle above the island. Now, unlike the massive cradles from Chapter 2 Season 8, this one is smaller, sharper, and clearly built for a more precise purpose. Its structure suggests something highly targeted, something designed specifically for detecting and harvesting 0-point fragments. But this discovery confirms one of the darkest theories in Fortnite history. The cradle from Chapter 2 wasn't unique, it was just one of many, and the last reality has built multiple cradles across multiple worlds, each one designed to search for 0-point shards. Our island is not their end goal, it's just one target in a much larger operation. So suddenly, the Fortnite universe we knew suddenly feels so much more bigger, and each world feels so much more vulnerable. And just when the situation seems like it can't escalate any further, we see a recognizable figure appear, the Dark Voyager, an iconic character from Chapter 1, but this version of him is nothing like the astronaut we remember remember. If you look closely, embedded in his helmet is a glowing golden cube pulsing with energy. This fusion of astronaut tech and cube corruption suggests that the Dark Voyager may now serve as a new Cube King, or at least somebody that's in line with the last reality. He isn't just another enemy, but he himself is the one who destroyed the bus. Now, there's still no confirmation on whether he created the hit list or is simply executing it, but one thing is certain: the last reality has given him extraordinary authority, and oh boy is he using it. To understand the next big reveal, we have to travel all the way back to Chapter 2, Season 8, when the Cube Queen delivered her now famous line, where she says, "You're just a player in my show, and everything you ever thought was true was just part of the play I made for you. Isn't it horrible? My prize is in sight, yet you continue to fight." And at the time, this sounded like a dramatic villain dialogue, epic but not literal, except it was. Near the end of the new Chapter 7 trailer, a diagnostic screen appears for literally less than a second, but the text on it changes everything we knew. And it shows, "Training run complete, elapsed time in base reality, 8 years, 9 weeks. Learning phase complete, beginning phase 2. And what's crazy is 8 years and 9 weeks ago is the exact time Fortnite launched back in 2017. This single frame confirms one of the most mind-blowing twists in the game's history. So everything from Chapter 1 to Chapter 7 was essentially a simulation created and controlled by the last reality. The IO War, the Seven's Rebellion, the Zero Point Crisis, events we thought represented the grand conflict of Fortnite, all turned out to be part of a contained, quote-unquote, learning phase. And the last reality wasn't threatening to study us. They have already been doing that. They've been watching us the entire time. Now that the learning phase is complete, the last reality initiates phase 2, which means they are done observing and are now ready to take action on a scale we have never seen before. Clues of phase 2 are already showing up on the new island, a vault that looks almost identical to the one from Chapter 1, except now it's rebuilt around the Zero Point shard, suggesting that the last reality has been studying our past layouts and repurposing them. There's also this interesting triangular military base with architecture matching the last reality's symbol, proving they're setting up a full-scale operation. Piece by piece, the last reality is rewriting the rules of this world, and for the first time in Fortnite's storyline, the island looks less like a battleground and more like a testing site. But the scariest part is, phase 2 has already begun. And what's crazy is, even with everything we've learned, there's just so many mysteries and so many questions. Like, when we look back, who piloted the mech in the finale? It couldn't have been Paradigm. She should be dead or unreachable. It makes you think, did someone else take control? Was it automated? Or was the pilot someone we haven't even met before? Why did the Red Cube attack the Dark Presence? Was it rebelling, following a hidden protocol? Or was this betrayal simply another part of the last reality's plan? Is the Foundation still alive? The hit list suggests not for long, but we haven't even seen his body. And in any movie or video game, if there's no body to be found, it means there's no confirmation. And there's just so many more questions I have. I mean, I'm rethinking everything up to this point now. It's just crazy to me that the last reality is no longer hiding behind mysteries or teasing plans. They're here, out in the open, and they're reshaping the island in real time. And phase 2 isn't just an operation, it's an invasion. So, with the 7 scattered across realities, the Zero Point exposed and vulnerable, and the last reality moving with more power and clarity than ever before, Fortnite Chapter 7 isn't just another season. It's the doorway to an entirely new era of storytelling. One where the enemies are smarter, the stakes are higher, and the truth is more dangerous than we could have ever imagined. Everything from Chapter 1 until now was just the tutorial. With phase 2 starting, we're starting to get into the real deal. And if the last reality has already learned everything about us, the question now is, what exactly are they preparing for next? And I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you guys did enjoy, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Fortnite content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.